Dun 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 dun. Pokemon Go Fest. This time it's global. It is time for Global Go Fest once again. We will go over a few things. There's a lot of things to discuss because, they like to overlap 100 things at the same time. We will start off with the Ancients Recovered event that is currently taking place. And it will take place from Monday to Friday, 23rd of June to the 27th. The easiest way to get through this will be with visual aids. Let's go to our trash can and get our mons. We will start off with Regirock, Registeel, and Regice. These three will be in raids on Monday. Then it'll be Regieleki. He's a little guy. Regidrago, and then Regigigas. So this will be Tuesday. Forgive handwriting. Oh, can I say that? Forgive the bad handwriting. Wednesday and Thursday. And on Friday, you get all of them all together. I'm not drawing that. So for each of these days, they will be in raids, tier 5 raids, and also they will all have raid hours from 6 to 7 p.m. They will all also have raid hours. But why should I raid these less than useful Pokemon? Because they get background. Ooh, fancy. Nice. Not bad actually. Actually quite nice backgrounds. And you get the Zacian and Zamazenta one in global. It's what they look like. Very nice. They look quite cool. And what comes with this event is you get access to this timed research called Legendary Giants. So what you do is, for all of these, you just have to raid. So this is raid once, twice, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So once you finish raiding these 6, you get to choose a path. You get to pick one of these to go with. And if you pick whichever one you pick, you will get an encounter for it. And that encounter will have a background. These ones do not have background, but this one will have background. Once you have selected whichever one you want, you will get this research again. And then you get to pick again. And this happens, I assume, 6 times. We don't know how many times you can do this. I assume it's 6 times because there's 6 of them. So you can technically get each of them with a guaranteed background if you wanted to. Or you can just focus on one, up to you. What is important to note is that all of these, they can be from level 1 to level 20. So you can get a level 1 Regirock if you want. You can get a level 1 Registeel. You can use it for for Little League, up to you. Little Cup. Okay, so along with this, you get to spend money, obviously. This is New Zealand pricing, so the numbers will be a little high. If you spend money, you can buy this Fleeting Legends ticket, which will let you choose one of these 3 burbs to encounter. You have to pick one. So whichever one you pick, you will get that spawn at the end of the quest, and they can be shiny. These 6 can also be shiny, so you could get a shiny background. These ones do not have a background, but it's a burb, and you can throw 100 balls at this, and you'll probably won't run. So this is the Ancients Recovered event. Along with all this, they also get their special moves. This one gets Earthquake. This one gets Zap Cannon. Zzz, zzz, zzz. This one gets Thunder. This one gets Thunder Cage. How to draw a cage? Good enough. Zzz. Thunder Cage. This one gets Dragon Breath. This one also gets Dragon Energy. Oh, how Dragon Energy. Dragon. Whatever. This one gets Crush Grip. Sure. Yep, we can. Sure, whatever. Yep. And then Friday you can get them. You can catch them all again. So they get their special moves. This Thunder Cage makes this, uh, I think, second best electric type with lock on as well. If you get lock on, and Thunder Cage, it becomes second best. Number one is Shadow Raikou, I think. During this week, you will also get Gigantamax, Rillaboom, Cinderace, and Inteleon. Of course, they're not shiny. And by the time you watch this, we will have completed the global challenge, which would have made stuff easier to catch in raids, and your party power will charge faster. Also, during this week, remote raid passes, the limit has been increased to 30 per day for this whole week. On the weekend, it will be unlimited. And during Monday until Sunday, if you're level 31 and above, you can get guaranteed XL candy for trading Pokemon. So save those XL stuff you want. Now we'll move on to the Go Pass. The Go Pass is interesting this time round. It's not, there's no trinket. You get the trinket with the monthly one. This one only lasts until the end of Go Fest. You have the normal one, the basic path, and obviously the pay money path. This is New Zealand pricing. It will be 20 USD. So for the free one, you can get a random counter with those Regis with a background. You can get encounters with Pikachu with the Dapper, the costume thing, and a bunch of other random stuff. If you spend money, you can get a gold bottle cap, which can increase any Pokemon stats from 0 to 15. And it's all three stats. So you can make a 0% to a hundo if you wanted to. It does not work. It does not work on Shadow Pokemon, and it does not work on hundos, obviously. You get a mask, whatever, lucky eggs, whatever, XL and stuff. If you have paid for the deluxe version, you immediately get half hatch distance. If you do not see the half hatch, restart your game after buying this ticket. At rank 10, you get one additional raid pass per day. Rank 20, you get that. 2 times candy, additional XL. Rank 30, rank 40 is 2 times Stardust from hatching. Rank 50 is 3 additional candies for tier 5 and up. This one's also tier 5 and up. Rank 60, you get 2 times hatch XP. Rank 70, you get 5,000 additional XP from raids. During Global Go Fest, if you have the ticket, the global event ticket, as well as you've hit, rank 10, you will get 10 per day during the weekend. So, with this bottle cap, there are lots of things to consider on which one you want to do. So as I said earlier, you can go from 0 to 15, and the amount you go up will determine how much work you have to do. If you're raising attack, you'll probably have to do something to do with battling gyms. If you want to raise defense, you have to do, you just have to catch Pokemon and stuff with your body easy. And for the HP, you have to spin stops with the Pokemon as a buddy. Which is, you can probably finish this in a day, turning. Let's be real. It's not hard. So once you finish all this, you get a hundo. Easy enough. There are a lot of things to consider on which Pokemon should I do. There are a lot of people giving their suggestions. Oh, and if you're one of those, oh, it's a fake hundo, well, stop gatekeeping. Anyway, there are lots of things to consider. You could do legendaries, right? Useful legendaries. You can do Necrozma, Kyurem, Rayquaza, Kyogre, Groudon, all those ones. Mewtwo, who knows? You could also do mythical Pokemon, which you only get maybe 1 or 2 of. You could do your Melowedas. I think that's decent in Master League. You could do Zygarde. I'm probably gonna do Zygarde. But you'll get it next year with the Gold Tour. It could be shiny. Yeah, okay. Then do it. Then then you do it. This bottle cap only lasts until July 6th at 11:59 p.m. So you have to use it by then. So you can't really just wait around forever. So you have to, kind of decide. You could do you do legendaries, mythicals, you could do your favorite Pokemon. If you can do a Bidoof if you wanted to, if you wanted to troll, up to you. You do pay an okay amount. I think this price is not too bad because you get the raid passes, you get the additional candies, you get the additional XP from the raids and the half hash distance. I think it's not that bad of a deal. And you get a bottle cap that gets you a free hundo, so well it's not free, but you know what I mean. So that's it for the Go Pass, I think. The basic is basically, nothing. Once you unlock the deluxe, you get a lot of stuff. But it's up to you how much you value this hundo thing. If you want to put it into perspective, how long will it take for you to raid a Shundo? You know, now you can just find a bad IV shiny and just do that. Next, we will talk about the Go Fest itself on the weekend on June 28 to 29. So with this Go Fest, you can get a Volcanion if you buy the ticket. If you buy the ticket, you can get this donut with legs. Or what is that thing when they give the babies to chew on for the teething? That thing. You can also get encounters with Klefki and Skidoo, and new shinies, Frigibax and Carbink. For the tier 1 raids, you can get a Frigibax, Pikachu with outfits, red, yellow, and blue. Unsure if these are gonna spawn or they're just in raids. They're not on the spawn list. They might turn up in the instance, but we don't know. For now, we only know it's in raids. In tier 3 raids, you get the Failings with the Choo Choo Train outfit. Very nice. And for... Oh, these are in the wrong. Oh, I have the wrong photo. Okay, so on Saturday, it will be Crown Shield Zamazenta. Crown Shield Zamazenta for the Saturday, and Sunday you get the Zacian or Zacian, however you would like to pronounce it. So you can focus one per day. Now for the spawns will be spawning. Every hour, it will change habitat. So the first habitat is Moonless Volcano. You get the Who Cares. You get the Ooh Maybes. You get the previous calm day, I guess, and Red Flower Flabebe. This is normally only available in Europe, I think. So if you're not from there, good for you. Get the shiny. And if you're lucky, you can encounter a Carbink. For the next one is Galvanic Dojo. You get the Who Cares. You get the Maybe, the Who Cares. Yellow Flabebe. Can't remember where that's normally from. You get, and the, not that bad mons. And you get the main food, if you're lucky. For the Hypnotic Tundra, you got the Who Cares, the Maybe, and the, not that bad. Blue Flower Flabebe. And if you're lucky, you can get a Frigibax. And for the last one is Fey Swamp. You can get Don't Really Care. You can get the, ooh, that's interesting. You can get, and you can get the, I guess that's not that bad. And if you're lucky, you can get the Orange Flower and the Togetic. So those are the spawns. If you want to hunt a specific shiny, please pay attention to what hour it is. These are the times. They switch every hour. If you want a specific shiny, pay attention during that hour. These are the encounters that will spawn throughout the day. These are for Saturday. And if you're lucky, you can get a Gumi, who cares? And on Sunday, you get these mons that are spawning throughout the day, and you get a Gemo. Oh, we just had a calm day. Who gives a And for instance encounters, make sure you run instance. The normal instance, not the daily instance, okay? Do not run your daily instance during these times. Do the normal instance. You might encounter these mons. Torkoal, hard to find, normally in Middle Asia, I guess Malaysia and parts around it. Can't remember. You can get the Skidoo, which normally only has been appearing in previous safaris. Now you can get it. And Pachirisu, can't remember where that's from. And a Klefki, normally found in Paris area, I think. But it's not shiny, so don't get too excited. If you have the tickets, if you use normal incense, you can get shield and sword. Shield on Saturday, sword on Sunday. W is not shiny, unfortunately, so sad. Now for bonuses and features, you get snapshots. Don't forget to snapshot is most likely Rotom. 1 hour lure module, get those in to get that badge up. Party play lasts for 8 hours if you do those. And if you have a ticket between 10 to 6 p.m. on Saturday and Sunday, you get increased chance of shiny Pokemon, hourly global challenges with rewards, special research with the Volcanion. You get to pick a path, sword or shield. This most likely gives you the energy for those. But raiding the sword and shield also gives you energy. You need 1,000 to change the form. And once you've changed the form, you can change it back without paying anything. And you can change it back. That same one, you can change it back without paying as well. You'd have to spend more energy if you've done it on that Pokemon already. You get different instance ones if you pay. Snapshots, they say 3, but when we did in person, they give us 5, so who knows. And habitat themed collection challenges. And this is for ticket holders as well, and this is for the whole day. Body will gain more hearts for all friendship activities. You get 9 free raid passes from Spinnin, and you get 40 gifts, open up 40 gifts per day, half Stardust cost for trades, and you get 6 special trades per day, up to, so that's max. And these 9 free raid passes will be in addition. If you buy that Go Pass Deluxe thing, you get another 10 from that, I think. And so that's like 19. Say from yesterday, 20. And more revelations, we don't know what that is. So that is the GoFest event itself. Now we will talk about the doggos. Why should I raid these things? Actually, not bad. They're actually not bad. In Master League, they are rank 1 and 2. So you pair these two with this Palkia, it's going to be annoying to beat. You probably want to run counters to those. You'll probably see a lot of those after this weekend. And for raiding, they are also not bad. Very high up. For example, if you're fighting a Regirock, they are recommended number 1 and 2. Now, this is the interesting part. Zamazenta is ranked higher than Zacian. You wouldn't expect that because, attack and defense, you think the attack would be more useful. This is from Go Hub. So Zamazenta has slightly lower DPS than Zacian, but just barely. Why? Zacian's attack is really high. However, the moves they get, Behemoth Bash and Behemoth Blade, are quite different. Behemoth Bash is a 2-bar charge move, whereas Behemoth Blade is a 1-bar charge move. So you can do Behemoth Bash more often. Because of that, their TDOs are quite different. Zamazenta's one is quite significantly higher than the Zacian. So what is this DPS, TDO, KFC, BMW? So DPS is damage per second, and TDO is total damage output. I don't write everything. What this means is Zacian will do more damage per second in general, but it's very minute difference. However, because Zamazenta has better defense, it will last longer. It will stay alive longer than Zacian to do the damage. If an earthquake takes out Zacian in 1 hit, Zamazenta needs 2 earthquakes to get rid of it. Zamazenta will stay on the field longer to deal more damage, so the total damage output would be higher. You can't go wrong with either of these if you want to focus on one or the other. Zamazenta is surprisingly slightly better. Zacian does have a much higher CP if you prefer to see big number good. The Zacian goes up to 5,629, which is currently the highest CP non-mega in Pokemon Go. Already dethroning Kyurem. Black and white. What a shame. That was fast. These dogs are not cheap because you can also use them in raids and in max battles. To upgrade one move to max needs 175,000 Stardust, 210 candy, and 55 candy XL, which is a lot. And to power up a Zacian from level 20 to 50 is 475,000 Stardust, 248 candy, and 296 XL. That's a lot. So to do all three moves and to max it to 50 and to give it another charge move, that's a total of 1,075,000 Stardust, 898 candy, and 461 candy XL, which is expensive. This is per dog. So if you get like, 6 of each, oh my god. Maybe get 3 of each if you want to be ambitious. Just enough for a team. But your Gmax or Max Battle team will most likely consist of 2 Blissies and maybe 1 Zacian or Zamazenta. Oh, by the way, fun fact, Zamazenta going into max battle will already have 1 shield ready. Oh, I forgot. Because you raid Zamazenta and Zacian on Saturday, Sunday, they are they are steel fairy and steel fighting types, which is very useful for if you're trying to evolve a bishop, the sharp guy, Hey, that's not bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not horrible. Yeah, so Bishop, you need to defeat 15 Dark or Steel type raid bosses, which is fantastic for this. When you catch them, they do revert back to the normal form, so non-steel, but you fight the steel type, so it counts. So if you're trying to evolve this, perfect. Oh, and if you are trying to raid, if you are raiding Reggie Drago a decent amount, you can also work on your Poipole. Yeah, it's pronounced Poipole, like how a child pronounces purple. So for Poipole, you need to catch 20 dragon type Pokemon with it as your buddy. So easy. So those are the doggos. Now we'll move on to the web store. The web store is actually quite decent if you're planning to buy all these tickets and you plan to spend money in this game. They do have decent deals. I do recommend you double check before you purchase, but for tickets and stuff, it's normally it is probably cheaper if you buy it from the web store. This is the June one. You can get the if you still haven't gotten that yet. So for the Go Pass Deluxe, you can either get the normal one. They're very sneaky. They hide the normal one here. They put this on top. The Go Pass Deluxe with the 10 ranks. And this one is 10 ranks Ultra Ticket Box. So what does that mean? So if you buy the Go Pass on the web store, it is the same price as you would to buy in-game. So might as well just buy from the web store. Because you get the ticket and you get all this extra stuff. If you buy the tickets with the 10 ranks, you get the ticket with 10 ranks in the Go Pass ranks, because you got rank 1 to rank 100. I do not recommend you bother with these two. I do not recommend it, because 10 ranks is basically 1,000 points. And from Monday to Friday, you can get 1,000 points per day. That's the limit. And for Saturday and Sunday, it's unlimited. So 1,000 points is not much. Because if you look at the how to get points, hatching 1 egg is 250 points. So if you hatch 4 eggs, that's 1,000 points. So hatching 4 eggs is the equivalent of 10 ranks. So if you can't hatch 4 eggs, kind of sad. Yeah, don't waste your money on those. Just get the normal deluxe pass. This is for the June pass. And if you still haven't gotten the global ticket, buy it from here, you get additional things. There are also ticket bundles. So this is for the Fleeting Legends ticket, the one with the Galarian birds. So you get it here, same price, you get more stuff. Now for the items, these are interesting. You get the Go Fast Battler box that gives these. These are purchased using money, not coins. Be aware of that. Make sure you compare and contrast the prices. Because if you have that 5425 coin box that gives you 99 raid passes, that it comes out to about 55 coins per pass. So, you gotta compare and contrast if it's worth it. The boxes that are paid with normal money normally not that worth it, but up to you to decide. Do, get a calculator. And then you got the item stuff, and then we got the Poke Coins, and the bundles are not shown here because I did not log in. There is a good box in the shop that gives storage. Currently, the storage has now been increased to for Pokemon, it's 10,500 space, and for items, it's 9,500. So in the shop, there's something called the Great Storage Box. You get one item, one Pokemon storage, one item bag, one remote raid pass, and one normal raid pass, and that's for 550 coins. And that's not bad. So you can buy three of those. Get that. That's quite a good deal. There's also in the shop, there's also a Great Voyager box that gives 50 incubators and 50 super incubators for 7,000 coins, which is one of the best deals for incubators. So get that too if you plan to hatch a lot. There's also an Ultra Raid box for 3,195 Premium Raid Pass. If you do not get this 5,425 one, maybe get that if you're planning to raid a lot. Okay, so that is the web store. Now we'll talk about your Pokemon storage. You gotta be ruthless when you do this. Do not waste your space. You see all these Reggies? By the time it hits Friday night, you gotta start throwing all these recent legendaries. If it's not a hundo, trash it. In, up your standards. You don't need to keep a 96%. You need to keep a 96% Mankey. Like what you're gonna use it for. If you just keep the hundos. Maybe chances you can be more lenient because you can throw them in gyms. It all depends on your personal preference. If you're not gonna use it, like Venonat, you don't need a 98% Venonat. Throw it away. What I find easiest to do is you go sort by number and you go one type at a time. This is a very thorough clean. You can go through each of them. And it's like, okay, I probably don't need this many Gyarados, so you gotta throw them away. 98, 98. Yeah. So you should be a little ruthless because if you need space, I recommend have at least 1 to 2,000 space available so you can just catch and don't have to worry. End of the day, do your trades, throw the rest away, ready for Sunday. For your Pokemon items, throw away the not just keep the max potion and max revise. Everything else you can trash them. Pokeballs, I recommend you store as many Ultra Balls as you can. So you can just use Ultra Balls the weekend. If you have a Go Plus Plus, probably keep some Pokeballs. Great Balls also good to keep. If you are hand catching a decent amount, maybe throw your Pokeballs away, you will get them back. Berries, throw away everything that is not a golden raz or a silver pineapple. If you have too many golden rares, please throw them away. You will be raiding a lot. If you do, you just keep like 100. You don't need 700 or 1,000. You're gonna get more. It's fine. Gifts don't take storage. get your star piece and lucky eggs ready, purchase, so you don't have to buy them while you're trying to catch. Candy, I recommend you get rid of them. You don't, this 2001 take up a lot of space. Normal easy candidates are either Curem if you use the ice burn or free shock a lot. I use them during raid hours, very helpful. You can do them in Palkias for the spatial rend, for the extra distance for catching. You can also do them in the Dialga for the time stopping, very useful. Or, you can chuck it in the Pokemon you want to power up or something. Same goes for Rare XL, Rare Candy XL. Maybe keep this, don't throw too many away. Keep a decent amount, I guess, if you have. There are other things you can call. Get your raid passes ready if you can, so you don't have to panic buy them the day itself. If you see a good box, you buy it and you store it up. Lure modules are fine. Make sure you use them up. You get a decent amount from showcases, so don't forget to use them. But elite fast TMs don't have to keep a lot. Just keep like 50 or something. You don't need that many. You will get more. Don't waste your space. Obviously don't throw the elite TMs away. Evolution items useless. You don't need them. If you need them, they will give you a time research that will give you these. So, don't waste your storage. Gimugu coins do not take up storage, so that's fine. Also, you are going to be raiding a decent amount. Have your teams ready. Look up what the counters are you would like to use. You're fighting steel fighting and steel fairy types. You're most likely going to use ground or fire types. So get those ready. Don't forget to charge your power banks, drink water, bring an umbrella if it rains. And I think that's about it. So, have fun for Global Go Fest. Raid a lot, catch a lot, and get some shandos. Also, during this week, the 2Ks have decent Pokemon in them. And for the final rarity, hardest rarity, you get the different Flabébé colors, which is very nice. So if you want to start hatching them, start doing them now. And the 5Ks have uh, the good stuff as well. Torkoal, Pachirisu, Skidoo, if you want to get those shiny. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.